with Grace and Tattered Lace, and I'm here to show you a cute project that I have in mind for fall. I've done a little bit of prepping, not a whole lot, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. It's a big project. My husband works tomorrow, and he should be getting off soon. He works in a hospital, and we'll go to bed quite early. So anyway, let's get started. We have these little pumpkins that I got from Dollar Tree. As you can see, I've already prepped this one. I've taken the stem off, and we're going to use some cardboard, some napkins, some wood planks that I got at Dollar Tree. And I've already prepped this one, you guys. I really love the way it turned out. I wanted to do one because it is a little time consuming, you know, for different layers. So, let's get started. I'm going to put some latex gloves on because I am going to use some stain, and I don't want it to get on my hands. Alright. As you pop on, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in California. It's hot here. It's not as hot as it has been, but it is warm. Alright, so first we're going to stain this plank here that I got at Dollar Tree. We're going to use this stain. It's Minwax. I got it at Lowe's. It is clear. It's a custom color, so it comes clear, and then you can tell what color you want. And this one is dark walnut. Alright. Hope you guys had a fabulous day. I went to the salon and I got my hair done, and look, got all my sparkles covered up. I needed it so bad. Okay, so I'm just going to take a foam brush, and I'm just going to put this on really quick. Stain is super easy to work with, you guys. Don't let it intimidate you. It goes on well. It dries easy, and it's actually really nice to work with. Okay. I'm going to do the whole front side, and then I'm just going to do one of the top pieces here. I'm not going to worry about the back. Alright, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe here, and I'm just going to wipe it down. Just like so. Wipe off some of that stain. And then we'll get the top where I put some on the top, and then I'm going to use the same baby wipe and do the sides and the remaining sides. Alright. Okay, there we go, guys. Done. And I'm just going to touch it with the blow dryer to dry it, because now I want to put some paint on this. Set that off to the side. Got stain all over my hands now. I'm just going to wipe them off a little bit so I don't get it everywhere else. Alright. I'm just going to touch this with the blow dryer really quick. And then I'm going to show you a nice little technique to make this chippy. This is what our end product is going to look like. I don't know if you can see all the different colors that I have in there. Alright. Super easy, you guys. Alright. I already have some paint here on my plate. I have some Sage by Waverly, Barn Red by Apple Barrel, and Pumpkin by Waverly. And then, of course, my go-to Plaster by Waverly. So I'm just going to take a dry bristle brush. I'm just going to get a couple different colors here, and I'm just going to randomly put it on here. I just wanted to show through when I put the chippy part on. whatever colors you want. Since I'm doing a fall theme, I wanted it to be those kind of fall-like colors, and just wanted it to show like it was weathered, like barn wood that's been weathered out in the sun. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to blast this with the dryer again really quick. Get this nice and dry. And then the next step is that I'm going to put some Vaseline and do the cheapy look. All right. I have my Vaseline here. I have a little palette I got from a palette knife that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use this to smear some Vaseline just kind of randomly all over. Just to give it that worn look. You probably can't see it. You can see the kind of the shininess. Alright, and then I'm going to take my plaster paint. I'm probably going to need some more here. And again, I'm going to use a dry brush, and I'm just going to paint right over the top of it. Like so. Hi, Kristen. Long time no see, girl. I hope you're doing well. What's the weather like there? Kristen is in Hawaii. I'm very jealous. I wish I could be there. Okay. There we go, guys. We'll just dry this with the dryer again. It's muggy here too. Ooh, I got it on the high wood. It's very muggy here too, Kristen. I have 2 fans going. I'm very hot. It doesn't help that I'm at that time of my life where I have hot flashes. Did you guys get any rain to relieve it? We did get some rain here, not where I live, but out here in California, some like the mountain areas. And some of the higher deserts. Oh, nice! You have some family visiting you. That's awesome. Alright. I don't want to go too long with the blow dryer because it tends to melt the Vaseline. So my paint looks pretty dry. And then I'm just going to use a scraper, paint scraper. Got this at the Dollar Tree as well. And just scrape off the areas that you put the Vaseline, and the rest will stay. And you dump that in the trash. One more time. There we go, you guys. All right, this is done. Now, what I'm going to do, oh, I forgot to turn my glue gun on. I'll have to turn that on first. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I got myself a new glue gun during Amazon days. I got a cordless one. Super, super happy. Alright, let's do this part in a minute since we have to wait for that to warm up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these with, thank you! I got my dress on Amazon. We're going to cover these with some cardboard and a napkin. And let me take off my gloves now that these are done. It doesn't help with the heat. Yes, I'm a creature of habit. When I find something I like, Kristen, I go gung-ho. So I bought a whole bunch of them, different colors, a couple different brands. Yeah, our weather's not so great here either. My friend Lisa is also here in California, and she lives in a little different area than I do. She lives a little closer to the beach, and so she doesn't have quite as hot as I do. All right, I'm just using some pliers and pulling the stems out because we're going to make our own stems. These are ugly. All right, so I have a piece of cardboard here. One of my lovely Amazon packages. This is what it was. I just peeled a piece of the, just peeled it off like so to give me this. All right, and I've already traced my pumpkin ears, and I'm just going to cut this out. And hopefully I can see it. All right. You're the same way, Kristen. You like to buy the same things over. I'm just a creature of habit. Okay. I've always done that. All right. Let's see if my hot glue gun is ready. And I was thinking, what I was thinking here. I'm going to have to take this tag off because I don't want it to show through. So bear with me 1 second while I think I had originally thought I was going to do one cardboard and two cardboards and one napkin, but I decided to do 2 napkins and a cardboard. Oh yeah, that fishing transfer is really, really cute. Okay, I'm going to turn this up on high, guys, so I can get it hot. Give me 1 second. So, I like to take these tags off so it doesn't show through on the napkin. One way to help take the napkin off, or the price tag off, is to get it hot, and then I use this little scraper and just get underneath of it, and look at that. Look how easy that comes off. I just didn't let it get hot enough. I might have to do it again. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm not too worried about the white. I just didn't want the black to show through. All right, we're going to glue this guy down. My glue gun's dripping everywhere, guys. All right. I have this to put this. Look, there we go. All right, and then we're going to do some Mod Podge with the napkin. Let me turn on my mini press. I like to use the press. I like to use the mini press to finish off when I use Mod Podge and paper towel or napkins or cardstock. Oh, you like to go fishing, Kristen? Do you go out on the boats, or do you just fish on like the shoreline? And do you get big fish or just little fish? What do you get? All right, so we're just going to put some Mod Podge on. And we're going to use a napkin. Look at how pretty this napkin is. I get this napkin? Oh, I got this napkin. You're not gonna believe it. I got this napkin at Marshall's. One, let's do the other one, and then we will set it with a little easy press. Go. Let me get my parchment paper. I probably should have used the big easy press, but it was further away. So I'm just going to use the easy press and kind of set this down. My husband's messaging me. He's working. I had to order pizza so that he could have dinner because I was going to come live. I wasn't watching the time. So I had to message him and tell him to pick up some pizza. All right, there's one, and now let's do this one. School starts back in a few weeks, you guys. I'm so bummed. I worked summer school, and I didn't get a whole lot of time off, and so I'm just not ready for school to start again. Okay, so now I'm going to take the edges off with a sandpaper. So I'm just going to use sandpaper. I have a sanding block in the middle, and it just kind of helps you grip it easier. I'm just going to sand it and get those edges off. Pretty simple and easy to do. I don't think I got enough glue under this one. I torn it a little bit, but that's okay because I want to smudge it up, so we'll cover it up with some wax. I just didn't get enough Mod Podge underneath it, so you can see where I think it's right here. All right. Now, I want to make our backing for our sign. I'm going to use, I'm going to use some large wood popsicle sticks to brace the back to hold this together, like so. Okay, I'm just going to use some hot glue. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures I posted of my craft room. I moved my craft room from the garage into my house. And I had to get organized because it was just crazy. I didn't have enough things to keep organized, and I was struggling with finding things and just putting things away. And I love what I did. It turns out great. Miss Roxy, what are you doing? I have Roxy, my dachshund, down here, trying to get into things, seeing what she could find. Okay. Almost done with this, you guys. Might need a couple more. the fingers. One more. So this just creates a back, a secure back, so that you can hold the pieces together. I will probably go back over this and cover it with a piece of cardstock. I don't really care for this look on the back, so I'll probably go back through and cover that. I just want to make sure that these are nice and secure. Okay. All right, so this is what we have going so far, you guys. All right, so and we're going to go ahead and glue these down. We're going to use some little sticks that I get out while I was walking my dogs as my stems instead of those ugly little wooden ones that came on these. So we're going to go ahead and glue these down here. I'm going to use some hot glue and some E6000 because the E6000 will help it be permanent, where hot glue is great. Sometimes it does pop off. I like the hot glue because it will help it adhere now temporarily, and then the E6000 will make it be more permanent. I'm just going to put a little. This one. It's really tricky with E6000. You want to make sure you get your lid back on right away, otherwise it gets dried, and then it's a pain to break through the barrier to get it to come out. And I probably should be putting some E6000 on my stems. Eyeballing that. Put this here. All right. Looking great so far, guys. All right, this is what we have so far. I love it. All right. I want to just grunge up the sides just a little bit. We're going to use some wax. Where's my brush? So we have some antiquing of wax. Thanks, Kristen. And I'm just going to dab this back on my plate where I have my paint, so I don't have too much on my brush. And I'm just going to kind of grunge the sides up a little bit, kind of give it that antique look. I'm going to go ahead and put some on this cardboard too. I like this vintagey type look so that it doesn't look so, fresh and brand new looking. I'm going to make sure I hit the edges of the wood also. The orange part and the green part. Sorry if my head's in the way. All right. Good to go on that. Now, what I wanted to do was, need another stick. So I wanted to show you a project that didn't involve using a transfer. So I wanted to add something else to this, and I wanted to, I'm going to make a little arrow using my wood popsicle stick, and I'm just going to cut this an arrow. Oops, and this one broke. So I'm just going to trim the edges. To make an arrow. And I'm going to trim the other side to make it straight. These little boogers are not easy to cut. All right. I might have to sand that, but look and see, I've just made it to an arrow. I don't care that it's a little bit jagged because I want it to look worn like that anyhow. Alright, so I just sanded the edges a little bit to, the end was a little bit jagged. Really jagged looking. Okay. Let's set this right here for a minute. I'm going to use the white paint. I want to cover this with the white paint. Plaster. This is Waverly plaster. Now, I think, let's get some more of this. I'm going to use some of this little brick. Barn red. Oh yeah, Krista and I always have transfers of ink. Wait, you want ink or paste? Yeah. I always have that available, girl. There is one that I was going to put on this, but I decided I wanted to do it. No transfer this time. I just want to show, you know, what you can do with the project, that you don't always have to have a transfer. So we're going to use stamps on this one. Alright, so I just painted it. I want it to make arrows pointing that way. And I have these little stamps. Let's see here. These little stamps. These are, thanks Linda. I have the letters to spell out pumpkin. So I'm going to stamp this with these stamps. I actually think I want to just gunk it up a little bit. I have these two ink pads. The Stress Oxide, I have Ground Espresso, and this one is the Rusty Hinge. And so I'm going to use Rusty Hinge first because I want to kind of give it that little bit of an orangey look before I stamp it, so that I don't stamp over my letters. And I'm going to distress the sides a little bit, and then we'll put the letters on. Alright, so there we go. And now I'm going to stamp it with the letters. And I'm going to kind of line them out so that I know what I'm doing. Pumpkin, I need that one. Pumpkin, there we go. Okay. I'm going to use the Ground Espresso for my letters. I can do this nice and straight and eyeball it. All right, let's get these out of the way. I have a lot of things out today. All right, look at how cute that is. Pumpkins. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry that you were sick, Kristen. I haven't been crafting that much either. With my move to Tennessee to back to California, I was in a really bad automobile accident. My car was totaled. Work has been crazy insane, so I really haven't been crafting all that much myself either. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, I wanted to put some moss at the bottom, and I'm not sure if I want it to be green or brown. So let's have a look and see. I think brown might be better. I don't even need to pull it out. Hi, Shelly. Yes, thank you, Kristen. I am doing a lot better. I was really in a lot of pain there for a while. Okay, so we're gonna, not that I'm completely better, the inflammation from the whiplash is greatly reduced. It took them a long time. They finally put me on some prednisone and steroid, and it really helped get the inflammation down. Okay, I really like this, you guys. Let me get my little finger doodads here. I don't want to burn my fingers. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, it looks so cute. I'm so thrilled with it. Okay. Stuck to my fingers. Okay, we're going to put this, I think, here. And then we're going to make a quick bow, and that's it. All right. This is what we have, you guys. I love it. I think it looks fabulous. We're going to make a bow. Put a bow over here, and then we'll be done. And I am probably going to put some cardstock on the back because I just don't like that look. All right, I got some ribbons here, some fabrics already cut up to use to make a bow. I got this wonderful new tool. Linda, I don't know if you're still here, if you've gotten yourself one of these. Let me show you the box. This thing is amazing for those that are challenged making bows. Bowdorama. I got it on Amazon. It's like, I think it was like 25 bucks. So, what you do with this. Where is my twine? Alright, so you take a piece of twine and you're going to put it right down the middle. Just like so. Okay? And then you're going to take your fabric. I have a bunch of different fabric that I've torn, and a couple different ribbons that I put in here. I don't have any method to my madness of how I want to put them in. You're just going to make an X, just like if you were doing this by hand. So you're going to take your fabric and you're going to go one direction. And you're going to kind of pinch it in the middle. And then you're going to take your next one and you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to go the opposite side. Just like that. You make an X. I don't know if you can really see the X, but there's an X there. So there we have the X, okay? And then you just crisscross them, put them down. I have to stand up because I can't see the other side. And I'm just going to just do random strings. And you're going to go every other direction. You can make it as big and as full as you want, or you can make it little. I have this little, this one. This one's a little thicker. Sometimes you can pull the wire out and just make it raw edge. I'm not going to this time. And some I made really thin. We'll put those in there. And then I also have these. I really like these. I got this at, I think I got this at Dollar Tree. I got a bunch of different colors. I really like this. I have like a tan color, white, I even have green. I like that. It makes it kind of look rustic looking. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Alright, I'm probably not going to use all of this ribbons that I've cut because there's an awful lot here and I probably don't need that big of a bow. Alright. Get some more green in here. Alright, I think that's going to probably do me. I don't need it to be too big. Which way did I just go? Alright. So now you're going to take your twine that you had out here and pull it through the middle and tie it all the way down and make it nice and tight. Okay, and then you're going to pull it out, and now it's still going to be a little loose and you want to continue to tighten it. When you have the wired ribbon in there, like I do, you might need to just pull it a little bit tighter with your fingers to get that wire down. And then you're just going to take your twine and tie it in a knot. And then you have your ribbon or your bow. You can fluff it up, but I found that with this little handy dandy tool, you don't have to fluff it up as much as you do when you make them by hand. And I lost my scissors. I don't know what I've done with my scissors. Anyway, I think my husband's home. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. Alright. I don't want to cover my stem. Maybe I'll come on this side. Let's see here. Yep. I think that looks good. You know what I might do? I think what I'll do, because I don't want to cover the stems, I think I'm going to just give my bow a little haircut and make them a little bit shorter. So I'm just gonna squeeze it together like so and trim them and make them a little bit shorter. Because I don't want the stems to be covered, because I think the stems are part of the character of this piece. that's going to be better. Let's get this in the trash. There we go. Absolutely, that's better. Now you can see the stem better. All right. Let's glue this little bad boy on here. Let's trim this one up. This guy. Oh my gosh. Right, Kristen? I think it looks so cute. All right. Let me get some cardstock. We're going to cover this back. I just can't do this because I don't like the look of this with those little wood sticks. I like it to be finished. So, let me just trace this really quick. I could always do this after we finish, but I think it's important to let you see the finished product. You guys, I have a big mess over here. All right, let's trim these down. All right. All right. Like so, and I'm going to go ahead and use hot glue because I don't need it to be perfect with Mod Podge because this is not going to be the front. And then I'll just kind of spread it all over the place. All right. So you can see for me, that just gives it a finished look. And it kind of covers up those, the sticks on the back. Whoops, there we go. All right, guys. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that I finished the back as well. I just don't like to have those, I don't like the look of those little stick things for whatever reason. Anyway, we could put a piece of twine on here if we wanted to have it for a hanger, or we can leave it just like this, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this and set it out. Anyway, you guys, I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I think my new word for sharing is going to be tattering. Go along with my new name. So, if you guys like this, tatter Facebook with it for me. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.